All right, we are going. So, did we want to start with a prayer? Or do you guys just want to go get into it?
Yeah, I think we have to start with the prayer.
Okay.
But if you want, I could just say the prayer. I'll make a quick
Okay,
one.
that's fine.
All right, awesome. Our Father in heaven, we thank you for this day, and we thank you for the opportunity we have to be able to grow our knowledge in math. And we ask you to bless us as this group that we may help each other learn and do well in this class. Father, we love thee and we say these things humbly in the name of our Savior and our Redeemer, Jesus Christ. Amen.
All right. So, did you have a problem on anything from 1 to 3?
2 was kind of where I remember doing the homework on it. Because they have f of x and then equals whatever 3x squared plus 2x plus 1. And you plug that in for every f of x, right? But what do you do with h? Do you re-plug it in for h?
So, no. On this one, the difference of quotient, yes, what you would do, man, I have this written down. Let me grab my papers. So I'm just making sure, because there's difference of quotient, and then there's the quadratic formula. But I'm pretty sure what you were just saying right there, you plug in the f of x, you plug those numbers in where everywhere there's a f of x. So what you would do is you'd take this, the 3x squared minus 2x plus 1, and you put that in front, and I believe you distribute that through the x plus h, and that would give you some, you have some h's and some f's, or some x's in there. And then the h on the bottom will take away all your h's, and then you'll be left with just.
Yeah. I think the easier way for me to understand it was like the first f of x plus h, you just plug x plus h into the first f of x formula.
Yeah, so that's exactly what you do.
Yeah. That took me a while to get down, because I remember doing that one on the homework, and I swear I did that problem like 20 times with a walkthrough until I was like, oh, I guess.
Yeah, and then it finally registered.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a simpler way is you look at the f of x equation and you plug the x plus h in for all the x's. And that'd be so much simpler. Then it would be minus it's the same equation and then divided by h, and you just keep on simplifying down and
cool.
Get the answer
I see that now. That makes sense.
So I kind of struggle with the inverse, that one, because I always just want to flip it.
Yeah.
It's not right.
So you just switch the x for y's first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you substitute all the x's for y's, and you have y or x equals these y's, and you solve for y.
Yeah, so you got, when you switch that, you just got everything but the x and stuff flipped, and then you times the 3y minus 4 to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And then did you distribute at that point, or did you keep it like that?
I didn't distribute. That's what it was.
Oh. Well, let's look at it. I think on the homework let me distribute real quick. Because I got an answer, but the answer wasn't what the answer on the answer sheet said. Let me do it again then.
Yeah, I'm going to run through it one more time.
think I got it. Let me just check to see if that was the answer. 4x plus 1 over 3x minus 2. Okay, I have the answer. I know how to get it now. If you want me, I could just step by step.
Yeah, let's let me get a clean sheet of paper and let's step. So I can get. I'll write it down as the x equals the 2y plus 1 over 3y minus 4.
Okay.
And then from there, your next step
is to multiply by the 3y minus 4 on both sides.
3y minus 4 on both sides. So you have the 3y minus 4 both sides equals 2y plus 1. Then you distribute the x through, right? So you have
correct
3yx minus 4x equals 2y plus 1. And then now you would minus the 1, right?
No. Oh, actually, you could do that. What I did was I did the plus 4. I added 4x on one side and on the other side, and then I subtracted the 2y.
Okay, so you end up with 3yx minus 2y is equal to 4x plus 1.
Correct. Then you pull out the y.
Then you just divide both sides by y.
No, you pull out the y on that one side.
Oh, so you just would have the y is equal to
in parentheses
3x. Yeah, 3x minus 2.
Yeah.
Correct.
Equal to 4x plus 1, and then you just divide it, right? 3x divided by 2. And that's y equals. Oh man, that's simple. Write it out like that, and I can see it. Because I was always wanting to divide the y, and then it just made everything more complicated for me.
Yeah.
And that's the answer on the thing, so.
That must be pretty close to right.
That's another one of the ones.
Number 4. Oh, you guys good with those ones, though?
Yeah. So far, so good.
Anybody else have any other questions?
Number 4 is going to be another one that I just had one question on.
Okay.
Because on the link where it's the extension problems, the middle function, whatever, it just says x squared 4, and then it's blank or whatever. And when I was doing it, they didn't connect. But when I looked at the answers, it says that the middle function was x squared minus 2. Do you see that?
Oh.
Yeah.
So the middle function isn't just x squared, it's x squared minus 2.
Oh, no, never mind. I'm freaking blind. No, that's the limit. Never mind. I was wrong. She was right.
Oh, okay.
But I still don't know how she got that then.
Yeah. Because I was thinking the same thing, but then I was like, man, that's a really big space. Like,
yeah, you got a space, right?
Yeah.
Did you get it at? Because did you do the middle function first?
Function, I just did 0 because that's between -2 and 2. So I just did 0 and 0, 0, 0, just like the graph shows.
Sorry, you cut out.
I did the middle equation first, and I just used 0 just like in the graph.
Yeah. So 0, 0, and then over 1, up 1.
Yeah.
And then what did you do after that?
The bottom equation, less than or equal to 2. I just used 1. So you have the 2x times 1. So you have 3. 8 minus 2 is 5. So it should be 1 and 5 on the graph. But
okay.
Doesn't show that.
Because not in that restriction?
Yeah, because that's out of the restriction.
Mm-hmm. Do your dots connect though?
My dots, I didn't connect any of my dots because I wasn't sure how they were supposed to connect.
So it's. What about you, Ryan? Did you see how you did it?
This one I didn't. I couldn't finish. I was just so confused. But I'm trying to look at it right now, and like, there's on the answer sheet they have that graph description, and it's kind of walking through like what each point of the line is doing, and that kind of made a little bit more sense to me.
Give me 1 second. X squared. Okay, table. 0, 1, 2, 4. All right. Okay. So yeah, the center. So this is how I understand it. When you do x squared, first when I do this problem, I always put like little dashed lines in front of here. I'll show you. I don't know. Can you see? Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that.
So yeah, I'll put like dashed lines where you see where that's 2, and that would be -2, just to see where my barrier is, and then you can kind of see which function's gonna go on which side.
Yeah.
So when you do just x squared, you'll go. Your center will be 0, 0, and then you go over 1, up 1, and then you go over 2, up 4, right? Or over 2, up 2. Is that correct?
Up 2. I think so. It sounds correct. Sounds about right.
I'm pretty sure that's right because it's just a parabola. I mean, like x squared is like, and it's centered at 0. Or I guess 0, 0, so it just goes.
Well, I just
I'm
myself
pretty sure that's
out.
right.
Well, may or may not be right. I'm not super. Math's not my thing. But I know what the other I've done in the past is I'll equal the function to y equals whatever. And if you do like y equals 8 plus 2x and you kind of make that function, and then you just leave it on to what side it's supposed to be on, then you can kind of just erase the side that it's not supposed to be on, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like when it hits the boundary, just cut it off. That's what you mean.
So like for y equals 8 plus 2x, I'll go to y equals 8, and then I'll have it on the y-axis, and then I'll do the over 1 up 2, over 1 up 2, whatever, and just make that line. And then whatever that's not supposed to, whatever domain is not supposed to be on, I erase it. And usually they all connect, but for some reason this time it's not looking like it's connecting. I don't know if you guys had better luck with that.
I'm just trying to figure out, because on the graph that she gives us, I got the U part just based off of the equations, the over 1, up 1, and then connecting, or not over 1, up 1, but and staying below 4. So like if you do -3 times 2, so you go -3, and it should be +6, which is out of the domain. But it's still part of that small curve that she's got going on inside the graph here. Well, have you guys read the graph description? I didn't know that was there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's something there? The first function is increasing line that passes through point and ends at point and 2 and is not included. The second parabola starts at. It starts in it has a vertex of 0, 0 and ends at 2, 4. And is not included. The last function is decreasing line that starts at 2, 4. And it's included and passes through the point. Oh, that makes it even easier. She just gave you the points already.
Yeah.
Wait, is that on the...
So those are the points because there's 0, 0 on the graph. You have 0, -4, 0, +4. And then you have 2, 4. Oh, I see what's going on. All right. So the graph looks funny to me is because her 2, 4, it looks like it's more like 2.5, 4.
Uh-huh.
Same on this other side. The 2, 4 is almost on the graph looks like 3, 4. That's why I was all confused at the graph. Okay, so after looking at the points, you guys still got questions?
No, that makes more sense to me now.
Yeah, I'm good because I kind of just was doing what I had talked about before, making that line. And the first time I did it on the graph on my piece of paper, just how I had the graph, I don't know if I was just sloppy. I was going at 2, 5 or something. But it makes sense that we start at 8. There you go. We start at 8, and you get the 2x. You go or 2x. You go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. But you would do reverse. You down over 1, down 2, over 1, down 2, and you would get to that point, which is 2, 4. 2, 4. And then you just have to make sure it's on its domain, and then you're good.
Sweet. So do you guys have any like easy tricks for the domain and range?
Like how to know which is what?
Yeah. Well, I know the domain is all the x values and the range is all r values. Sometimes I can't figure out when it's negative in infinity.
So,
it's negative infinity, positive infinity, you know?
On the domain, for me, the easiest thing is like reading it like a book, left to right.
Yeah.
So on your left, it's going to be the negative, and then as you go if the graph is going right, as like you read all the graphs, then those would be positive.
Okay.
So for this first one, if you read from the beginning, the first function 8 plus 2x is the one on the far left, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be Okay, I was like, the answer says all real numbers, but that's for the whole graph. But for this, you're going to start at negative infinity because you see how that graph doesn't. I mean, it keeps going.
Yeah, but it stops at -2.
But it will stop at -2. So you'll do that bracket instead of the parentheses. And then from the next one, you would do a bracket at -2, and you keep going to +2, and then you flip that around to bracket 2. And then that one's to infinity, because if you see that, all those x numbers are going to be positive.
Yeah. Okay.
Where kind of confuses me, where you guys can probably explain to me a little bit, is when we do the range. Because I know, like, if for this graph, for example, for graph 4, the top range is definitely 4, because you see the graph never goes higher than that because they go down.
Yeah, it's simple. Yeah.
But at what point do you do 4 on the left side or 4 on the right side?
So it's always negative first, like the negative space going to the positive space.
Okay.
Okay, so you always list the negative number first.
Yeah, on both of them, on domain and range.
Oh, okay. And that's even if it was like 1, 4, you would put 1 first because it's closer to the negatives.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, that was my question with that.
Okay. So, looking at this little group description thing here. Recording it. You guys have a problem or any other problems you guys are struggling with as far as for like the exam wise?
No, not that I can think of. I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think we're still at the basics right now.
Yeah.
Which can be kind of scary.
It's like handwritten, right? And it doesn't open till Thursday?
Yeah, I haven't. Let me check.
Yeah, you're right. So it looks like on here at least, exam 1 instructions. So you'll have the exam 1 written questions and then a drop box, and it starts in 2 days. So it starts on Friday, goes for the weekend.
Awesome.
So we'll have another group meeting before then, hopefully.
Yeah.
So same time on Thursday?
Yeah, we'll try and get everything set up by 8 again on Thursday. That way we can get started and get done sooner.
All right, sounds good. I'm free all Thursday. I made sure that.
Okay.
Sorry about that, guys. Last week I missed out on introductions and stuff.
No, you're good, man.
Okay, sounds good. Do we need to send this in or?
I'll send in the link to the group link submission box thing.
Awesome.
All right.
So,
thank you.
All right. Yep. See you guys.
See you. Bye.